Hey guys, back out November 11th, doing some more scouting for the shed season coming up here for 2019. Today's the 11th of November, and I'm in that same protected area that I was in my last video, just upriver a few miles, different location of that woods. But one of my favorite spots here for shed hunting. Last year I found a match set laying probably 30 yards from each other, and it scored up in the 168, and I forgot how many eighths, but it was a pretty nice deer. Anyway, ton of fresh buck sign in here, a lot of rubs. You can see one there behind me, scrapes everywhere. And looking forward to another successful season back here. So stay tuned. I'll get back at you when we find something here. Hey guys, back at it again. I always check these cherry trees. The deer love these. Later in the winter, it gets some snow on the ground. This ground area around underneath this tree is just matted right down from deer activity. And I have actually never found a shed though under one of these trees, surprisingly enough. You'd think, yeah, I would have, but not by now. But you never know where they're going to be. You never know what you're going to find or where you're going to find it. So last year I found a lot of geese. Using shotgun right now. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Anyway, I found 2 deadheads in here last year, and a small 8-point and a small 4-point. No deadheads yet so far this year, which is good. There'll be more sheds to find later. So, it's Mother Nature though. It takes its course. So, it's unfortunate when they die, but they are kind of cool to find though. So I'll keep going here. We'll get back at you later. Hey guys, we're in this thick grass. They like bedding in here, and it's hard to find sheds in this stuff. Almost never find sheds in this stuff, but once in a while. But I'm just actually following a trail into some trees here, and they'll bed around that stuff. Gives them a little extra cover. I think they tend to gravitate toward these trees out in the middle of the open. It's open grass and stuff. So, but some big rubs are behind me. I usually don't pay a whole lot of attention to rubs and stuff like that during prime dropping season because it just distracts me, and that doesn't tell me anything except for that's where the deer was back in November. So but they are cool to look at and check out, and still lets me know that there's bucks in the area. And if you're a smoker like me, nasty dirty habit, if you're smoking out in the bush, don't forget to field strip those bad boys and shove them in your pocket. It's the right thing to do. It's bad for the critters and the fish and all that stuff. So I see tons of trash out here on land, and if a person wants to make a dump out of your own private property, that's one thing, but out here on public land, I see people's trash all the time. Beer cans, hiking in beer or bringing beer in, doing their thing, but too freaking lazy to carry it back out. So I try to pick up some of that stuff too. It's good for the environment and the rest of the critters around here, and makes things look nicer too. But I'll get back to you guys if I see anything else and find anything else cool here. I'll catch you later. Hey guys, I'm just kind of circling around and in and through this diamond willow thicket here, trying to hit up some of the spots I never got a chance to get into last year, and that's what I like to do in when I go out scouting, try to get those spots I never had a chance to see or get into. But currently standing in a spot I stumbled across this spring. There was a marijuana grow back here, and they had some pots back here that they planted in, and there's, you know, right down to the stalks where they cut it, and you could actually see a few chunks of bud still on the plants there a little bit that they had left behind, and kind of reminded me of my high school days a little. But yeah, we don't do that kind of stuff no more. It was time to grow up. But anyway, it looks like they continued. They came back here this past summer to use this spot again because it looks completely different. There was pots kind of scattered right around through this area here in my background. Now they got all the pots lined right up, and they got some like camouflage netting draped over it. It wasn't like this last time I was in here, but it kind of pisses me off because these freaking idiots had leave a ton of trash. There was a ton of trash back in here last spring, fertilizer bags and, you know, jugs and this and that and just whatever, you know. So pretty pathetic place to be doing this kind of stuff. You know, I bring my kids back here to do some shed hunting and stuff a little bit, you know, when things freeze up and a little easier walking for them. You know, they don't need to be running into this kind of stuff, and, you know, it could be dangerous, potentially dangerous. You know, you run into somebody running drugs back through here, growing drugs or whatever. They could be hostile and hurt somebody, and might have to make a trip back in here in the summertime and see if they're growing still, and report them to the proper authorities and get these freaking morons out of here. But hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey guys, made her back home, and no finds today, no sheds, no deadheads or anything, but that's the conclusion of this video anyway. Well, we learned a lot about the land today, or the spot I've been hiking, and probably leave that area alone for a while now until maybe they start dropping and stuff. So give those deer a break, not push them around too much. And I'll have some more videos coming out soon. Some other spots I have that I'll get into and do a little scouting and stuff. But we're gonna wrap it up for now, and I will catch you guys all later on. So take care and God bless.